All right, guys, got updates coming to you from the shop. It's been a while since we've been here giving you a video with the stuff going on behind the scenes, I guess, because there's been so much activity going on. But got some updates with everything going around the shop. We also got big sick week announcements coming up that because registration's opening up for the top 100. So we got all that. Stay tuned. We'll catch you up to date because we got a body on the ship box. We got the Durango going. Blazer's here, and 2.0 is getting ready for drag week. So thanks, guys. All right, guys, the Durango project continues to roll on. Bob's working on getting the stuff together, but just some of the cool stuff. I mean, if you look at basically how he's filled this in because of the wheel tubs, getting it fitted for the wheel tubs, nice little tin work or whatever. Bobby always says he can't do that kind of work, but he's doing that. He's working on right now, closing in the doors. The other door might actually be closed in. I'll show you that, but that, getting all the bottom of the cage welded up. We got engine still being worked on. We got intake going. Like, there's a lot of stuff that has to be done for this for SEMA. So everything is plugging away. Call it slowly but surely. But tubs are on order. These are just mock-up tubs, but those tubs are in the process to be made, and you're gonna like it's a carbon. Nobody's ever had a tub for the way the carbon's laid out. So wait till you see those when they come in. Yeah, this door Bobby's got closed in on the door side. Once that's painted, that'll look like factory. Closed in here. This will butt up to the wheel tub, so that'll look like it was supposed to be there. Still got the back doors functioning. Bobby relocated the latches up high, so they're up here. They were down here somewhere from the factory, so all of it works exactly with the factory handle too. That's what's cool about it. Closes, opens with the factory handle, so just like a brand new vehicle. So, but that's progress and where we're at with the Durango as that stuff continues to roll on. So that's what we got. All right, guys, drag week's coming up in a couple weeks. I think September 18th. So we're still gung-ho on, well, it's been on the back burner, but we are gung-ho on getting 2.0 ready for that. One thing we came across, because I've still got some updates to make with the computer. We have some issue going on, and I still haven't had time to sort that out because we got so much right into roadkill. We got right into the shootout, and now it's time to concentrate and try and get this thing ready to go. But one thing we did notice when pushing it out of the shop is there was a binding, like a clicking that would like pop, and we couldn't figure out what it is. Tore the brakes apart, tore everything apart. But that's almost it right there.
Do it. Oh, the shifter?
No. When I was getting out. No, I'm doing. When I was getting out, I could almost hear the clank right there.
What is that?
Sounds like one of the mufflers hitting the frame.
What did he say, muffler?
He had you fucked up. He had you fucked up.
It's the muffler hitting the frame. All right. I'm going straight to look at the muffler right now. Is that it? What the fuck is it?
I mean, that's the note.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Ended up being one of these Heim joints. There's just a little movement in that Heim joint to where it has loosened up over time. This is the original set of Heim joints that were on the 4-link bars for this car. But that clicking definitely can make a difference in it going down the track and tracking right with just that little bit of movement. I mean, these are, call them precise instruments. But so all the Heim joints have been replaced now in here, and all the 4-link stuff. And as noted, if anybody saw Craig Sullivan's wreck last week at NMCA, there was something happened with the 4-link bars. So I mean, I haven't found out exactly what happened was there, but Craig had said that had something with the 4-link. In the video, you saw the wheelie bars drop to the ground right before the wreck. So something happened with the rear end. So I don't know if one of these Heim joints broke. I don't know what the final details are on that. But that does tell you how some stuff that you really think that you don't have to worry about, you do. So we still have to do, that's done. I got computer stuff taken care of. We still got to make another set of wheelie bars. Bobby's probably forgot about that, but we do need another set of wheelie bars. We did modify the trailer hitch on the back to get it to where it's going to clear the wheelie bars better. Lots of small things. Got to get to the track and get some testing done, because I mean, that's really, end of the day, this car still isn't right since the fire, so we still haven't been able to work the bugs out to get exactly where we want to be. But every couple of weeks we got to get ready to go. So that's what we got on 2.0. All right, guys, and then the Blazer. We got the Blazer where at 6 skids, came in trying to do this high-speed tip in, and then call it gunshot. I had a couple second thoughts or whatever on it, because first was going fast, and then for a second, because I had 2 people in here with me, is I didn't want to roll it over. That was thought number 1. What was thought number 2? I don't know what thought number 2 was. I feel like I had 2 different thoughts, but yeah, it was probably the rollover. So maybe it's just one thought that I was afraid of that. Well, then that got me gun shy for whipping it, and then got kind of stuck in going the corner, and I'm like, well, it should stop in time. Oh, and then as I got close to the corner, I could have probably whipped it, but then it would have hit the passenger side. Well, that's where both the passengers were, so I didn't do that. But we got it back here, got it on the hoist, but then we had to go to NMCA race last weekend. So we did the shootout at NMCA Norwalk last weekend. That was our final shootout, 5K gear vendor sponsored shootout. Bob Hess with the Hemi swapped Mustang actually won that. Bob Hess with the Hemi swapped Mustang actually ended up winning that. He was against Tim Flanders in the final, and he just had a great pass. So he was the fastest car all weekend. Nobody else, he was running in the 4s, so that was it. But then we get back here, take a look at the Blazer, realize that actually the front of the frame is tweaked, so we're gonna have to get it to a frame shop and actually straighten it out to make everything line up. So that puts the Blazer down for a little bit, and it's on the back burner anyway, because Gleason Cars at Bristol is this weekend, and just with everything going on, and then the normal job, I had to bail out on going to that and doing any skids with this there. So that kind of has this sitting that I don't know when the next time is that we'd be using this anyway. So that's what we got on this. So lots of stuff going on at the shop, lots of stuff that we got to get done. And priorities right now are Durango for SEMA. We got 2.0 for drag week, and obviously getting the ship box back together. So, but that's what we got, and sick week, registration coming, so be on board. All right, ship box. The body is down, sitting on the ship box. This is the body that came from Arizona. So 57 Chevy. We also have the 57 Pontiac. The Pontiac is a longer wheelbase, rough shape. This is up the go-to body. Milton probably has 5,000 hours into getting it this far, but and another 5,000 to go, I would imagine. But it is down, sitting in the location. It's all getting mocked up onto here, this is the original ship box chassis. So, but that's going to go out and get sandblasted, powder coated. But everything is getting test fit to get the body on and make sure everything lines up. So that now, because when the old body came off, the stands were cut off and support tabs, stuff like that. So now we just want to make sure that all of that's going to fit, so that when it goes to powder coat and comes back, we don't have to cut and grind on it that much, and basically can keep it nicely powder coated. So we got that, just mock up engine in there to make sure that stuff was straight. There was some tweaking when it went onto the there were some bars that were ground through because it was on the roof for so long, and then Bobby put it up on the chassis plate just to check to make sure everything was good before we sent it off to get sandblasted, powder coated. We found out it was tweaked a little bit, so we had to straighten that frame just a tad. It was off by like a half an inch to get that tweaked into place, but all should be good. Engine lines up. We had the transmission in there. All of that stuff done. This one was a complete body if you see it in the other videos. So it's got some good patina to it. All the doors, the hood, the front end, all of that stuff's there. The only damage is like on these back corners. Not sure what happened, like if it got rear-ended or what happened there, but there's a couple dents and dings there we have to deal with, but it's got some real nice patina to it. So it should be a nice 2.0. So I don't even know what its name's going to be because it can't be called a shitbox anymore. But maybe it will be. Still, no clue. But that's what we got on the shitbox. All right, guys, Sick Week 2023. So we gave you the dates, February 12th to the 17th. Now I'm giving you the tracks. So I can tell you that we're starting and ending in Orlando. So now bring the wife, bring the kids with you. They can stay and go see the mouse or whatever they want to do for the week while you go and have a great time with a bunch of guys driving your junk all around Florida. So that's where we're going to start and end at. A couple things that came up, the top 100. I announced if somebody goes and finds the video, I'm not going to go find it, but I said all along that the top 100 fastest cars would get early entry, and they didn't have to complete the event to be able to get that early entry, because reason being is, like, if you bring a fast car and you're pushing your car hard, then and it breaks sometime during the week, I want you back because I want you to fix your problems and for the next year and be able to get that thing to drive. I mean, call it the Joe Barry rule. Joe Barry is famous for just running it hard enough to finish and still be okay. I want Joe Barry to be able to let the tongue hang out on that thing, and if it blows up in the process, then he knows that he's going to be able to get in next year because he was one of the fastest 100 cars there. We wanted the 100 cars faster than 850. So we ended with the top 100. I think it goes down to 930 is where that cutoff is. Hopefully going into next year, if there is a next year, based on whatever, the whole condition of the world or whatever. But if there was, would love that there's 100 cars faster than 850. So that's why the early entry for everyone faster than 850. The other early entries are the top 3 overall at any of the other events. So if you were in the top 3 overall at Rocky Mountain 1 or Rocky Mountain 2 or Drag Week or Midwest Drags or Swedish Street Week or one of the Australian Drag and Drives, Miles of Mayhem in Canada or the Carolina Drag Cruise, all of those also get early entries because Sick Week is, call it the Super Bowl / World Series / greatest race you ever went to. So that's where all the best show up, and that's where they fight it out. And with the new classes this year, we got the Rowdy Radio, the 235 class, which was a Matt Frost creation, an 8th mile deal that we're bringing over to it. Hoping to really get a lot of the Ultra Street and different classes that the guys that are the races, the guys are at Yellow Bullet actually this weekend. Those type cars, for them to come introduce them to Drag and Drive. I think that they can do a lot. Total Venue Concepts. So KJ and his crew is Track Prep every day. They're a sponsor of the event. So we got Gear Vendors Overdrive is the overall sponsor again this year. Motion Raceworks live stream sponsor again this year. Total Venue Concepts is on board right now for being the Track Prep, official Track Prep. And then we got the other sponsors and stuff filling in. But that's where we're at right now. And we got a lot of new people that want to be part of it. So that is the basics. Let me look at my notes. So the rule changes, one of the other major rule changes, we go to a 4th group, so now there's a C and D because there was a lot of cars in C. So now we divide that between the C and D group. And then rule changes, what else do we have? The trailer. Now it's just single axle trailer. There's no cubic diameter or anything like that. So if somebody's gonna pull a little pop-up camper behind their race car so they can sleep in it every night, so be it. Go ahead and do it. So that's one of the other rules. Rowdy radio, oh, Super Street. So now we got also the fast cars, the 275 cars that go faster than 850. We got a spot for them now with the Super Street. We thought that they fit into the modified rules, but ended up being able to do a breakout rule or breakout class that brings that stuff in. So expecting a ton of fast cars, all the fastest stuff, best prep in the world, and oh, I didn't even tell you the tracks. So I told you we're starting in Orlando. So we are going from Orlando to Bradenton. So day one. So Sunday, Monday, we're in Orlando. We're going to Bradenton for Tuesday, racing on Tuesday. And then we're making the drive all the way up to South Georgia for Wednesday. So Don Garlits will still be a pit stop, but we're not going to have the overnight at Don Garlits. Now, when we get to South Georgia, we are going to reverse things. C and D class are actually going to run first, and then A and B second, just based on learning from last year with track temperatures and stuff, that chance to warm up the track if it's cold. So then we're going down to Gainesville. Gainesville probably the same way. C and D will go first, A and B second. Kind of repeat how we did things last year. Good thing too is with the South Georgia to Gainesville, that's a shorter drive. Like I mean, we went Gainesville to South Georgia last year. Gives you that short drive. So reason Bradenton on Tuesday is that should be the warmest track. So we should be able to get our runs in early in the day and then get on the road early, because we do have a 300-mile track up 75 to get up to South Georgia. But then after that, we got the short drive down to Gainesville. Then we're going Gainesville out to the beach. Hopefully it's not raining on the beach this year. And I think they call that the race of gentlemen or whatever. Like, that's the beach race. Like, who knows? Maybe we could put something together and get out on the beach in Daytona, and for sure get some cars on the beach, because that is our last day heading back to Orlando. So people won't be as worried about their car probably by that time. Usually they worry about the car the most on the first day. But and then back to Orlando. Big finish in Orlando, running earlier in the day, because of the mistake last year that we did run out of time with having to get to the awards and everything else. So we will run earlier in the day. We won't run bright and early, but we will run earlier in the day so that we're sure that everybody can get as many runs as they need. The goal, the same as last year's goal, is that I would love to have 100 cars faster than 850. I'd love to have 100 cars that go from 850 to 10, and I'd love to have 150 cars that run from 10 and slower. And there's classes to fit all of them. And like I said, I mean, just a great time. So registration, open registration for Sick Week. The 100 fastest and then those other 3, they should be getting an email. So if you're in that group, you should have an email today, because this video will come tomorrow. So you should have a video today, let you sign up and get your entry and stuff out of the way. And then we open up general registration. They'll have a week to get registered. And then we open up general registration will be on September 17th. So September 17th, that will be the day that open registration happens. So we got that. And then we got the Sick Ward. Sick Ward, anyone that was in the Sick Ward last year will get an early registration to participate in Sick Ward again, because we're expanding Sick Ward this year. We're looking at doing some different stuff there. Like a couple of things with Sick Ward. Trying to put together possible an RC car shootout. So it seems like those no prep RC cars, like that's a big deal. I wrecked Joe Barry's a couple times a couple weeks ago. So definitely cool stuff. So looking for someone that actually has organized those races and stuff to maybe put something together that maybe that'll be a part of Sick Ward for people that want to do that as a Sick Ward thing. And then, I mean, we're talking about obviously the VIP treatment. So with the food trucks, all that was a big hit last year. Basically, we're trying to make that Sick Ward the power tour type scenario or whatever of it, because a lot of cool cars and stuff in there, and you participate in the entire event. You just don't go down the track. I mean, that's the only difference between the Sick Ward and Sick Week. And actually that's not the only difference, because there's that whole VIP treatment. We're talking about, if anybody's 6 kids, you saw B running the DJ booth and making all that happen. So what do you call them? What is Spoiled Spam. So DJ Spoiled Spam hopefully will be running the VIP party for the sick ward. Own section, own place to park their cars, bring them in the track every day. And what else? Oh, tattoo artists. We're hoping to get a tattoo artist that gives free tattoos. Sick week or sick ward tattoos or whatever. Like anybody that wants them, we're hoping to get that. I mean, I don't even know. I got in my thing. I got a Ferris wheel. It'd be cool if we could get a Ferris wheel in this place, so that you're on the Ferris wheel overlooking the track when guys are going down the track. Sick ward type deal. But like that's the thing. We're trying to make the sick ward a cool VIP party that hey, it's different than anything else out there, and it's next level with a lot more entertainment than you get on a power tour type event. So that's what we got. I covered the tracks. I covered the rules. Covered all that stuff. Catch you back up on some of the other stuff. But I'm telling you, like, this is the one. If you thought it was good last year, you'll be blown away this year, because we've had a lot more time to plan, a lot more ideas to come into play, to bring into the event. And same deal, 200-mile drives, other than that one day where we got the 300-mile drive. It's basically, we're following exactly the same route, just in a different order than we did last year. So that's what we got, guys, for Sick Week. So look for more updates coming up, and if you're in top 100, look for that email. If you're not, know that September 17th is going to be registration day.